And I'm back with another one. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Daz, and this my journal. And today we on day 7 of the 30-day semen retention journey. Right? If you just starting out here, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you been here with me, y'all already know how we rockin'. I appreciate every which one of y'all. With that being said, today we on day 6. I thought it was day 7. Day 6. And what I want to talk about today is do the hard things. Do the hard things daily too. Like, I'm going to break it down, but I want you to understand that doing the hard things is basically breaking down big things and making it into the small things so you can so you can accomplish the whole goal. But I'm going to break it down for y'all. First things first is like, do the things that sucks, but you know it gets you closer to your goal. Like, if you're a musician, right? If you're a musician and you need somebody to engineer your shit, or you engineer your own music, right? You engineer your own music, you do your own videos, but you hate engineering and you hate doing shooting videos. Engineer like you love it. Engineer your music like you love it. Do it. Spend at least an hour every day, 2 hours every day doing things that you know that you don't really want to do. But you know it brings you to your next level of what you need to be doing or what you will be doing in the future. It's a quote that Mike Tyson said. Mike Tyson was like, you gotta do what you hate like you love it. You gotta do what you gotta do. Discipline is doing what you hate like you love it. And a lot of times, us men, we don't want to throw away our lust, or we don't want to do the hard things to get to being a millionaire. We don't want to. Half of the times, a lot of people don't want to work to get to where they see themselves at. And because they think that the work won't be easy. That be our problem for real. We start to think that the work is going to be easy. The work is going to be easy. It's supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy. And that's what I'm learning. Because if you want something great, you're going to have to do a lot to build the capacity of the person that you are to get it. And doing a lot is doing things that sucks to you. You think I like sitting here editing all day? Editing music videos all day? Or you think I like sitting here? I love recording music. Just the recording part of music, I love it. You think I like engineering my music after having to listen to one part 50,000 times after? But that's part of the process. And that's part of my process. I don't know what your process consists of, but I'm just showing you the little things in my process that I have to do to move forward. And I don't know the little steps in your process, but you do. You know the little steps in your process. So that's what you have to take and say, you know what? I'm going to take this little process and make it and treat it like it's something I love doing. Even though I can't stand doing this shit, I'm going to treat it like I love doing it because it's something that I need to do to get me to the next level. Word. Something that I'm doing that's getting me to the next level. And that's why I'm preaching this even to myself. Do the things that suck. I don't like sitting here sometimes and editing videos for 3-4 hours. I don't like sitting here sometimes and mixing and mastering a record. Because sometimes mixing and mastering, it get really tedious. Let me say that to y'all, right? It get really tedious in the sense of sometimes you'll listen to one part of a song 40, 50 times. And that's kind of annoying. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying all of that to bring me back to the main point. You got to do things that suck. You got to do things that you don't want to do, but do it like you love it. Do it like you love it when you're doing it. Because if you're doing something that you know is going to get you to the top or get you to where you see yourself as, but you got to do some things that you don't like doing. I'm not saying do things that compromise you now. Compromising yourself and doing things that aligns with where you see yourself going in the near future is two different things. Compromising yourself is like, it's like saying that I want McDonald's, but somebody else telling me that I gotta go to Burger King. So I listen to them and say, you know what, I'm gonna just go to Burger King. No, I want McDonald's. I'm going to McDonald's. Compromising yourself is basically doing something that you would not do, but you're doing it for the liking of somebody else or for the approval of someone else. That's compromising yourself. Doing something that you would not do for the liking or the approval of somebody else. And that's just my hood terms of way of putting it. You get what I'm saying? So do the things that suck to you, but you know you need to get it done. And go get it done, man. Just set out a time of the day. Say, I'm going to give myself an hour to do this. I'm going to give myself only an hour and I'm doing this. Even if you give yourself an hour, that's an hour better than with anybody else's, because a lot of people don't try. They don't want to do the things that's hard to get them where they need to be. A lot of people want success to be handed to them, when in reality, success is handed to nobody. Don't get me wrong, it is handed to you, because when you align with it, God gives it to the universe, to put the energy in the universe for everything to just be placed in your hands. But you have to be working towards that too. I always say that. You can ask God for $1 million, but if you're sitting fresh on your ass, how you gonna get that $1 million? How you gonna get that $1 million? If you just sitting there, you're not doing nothing. I'm talking about you just sitting there watching TV all day. How you gonna get that? You gotta put in the work. You gotta believe. First of all, you gotta believe, and then you gotta put in the work. And a lot of people don't want to put in that work. So that's the first thing right there. Do the things that suck, but the things that you don't really like doing, but you know that you need to do it to get to the next level. The second thing is challenge yourself every day. Challenge yourself every day. And I'm learning that myself too now. How I'm challenging myself is I would just do things outside of the norm. If I usually wouldn't talk to certain people, or I wouldn't, want to converse with certain people, or not even with certain people, just converse like outside. I'll do that. I started let me give you an example, right? I started doing this thing where if I'm outside now and I see something I like, I'll compliment the person. Hey, I love that. I love that shirt right there. I love them shoes right there. I love them pants right there. I love them sneakers right there. Because I don't have a fear of it, but it's a challenge. Because sometimes I don't be wanting to speak as a person, as just a man. Like I just be wanting to get go to where I got to go, handle things. But communicate, we are communicative people. We are communicative animals, or communicative beings. We get things done faster when we communicate with each other. We do things better when we communicate with each other. So learn how to communicate, and that's what I've been telling myself. So when I've been going out now, I'll give people compliments. I'll have conversations with people. I'll just look to find a way to speak to people without compromising who I am and being too friendly or too nice, because being nice is not something that's in my vocabulary. I'm a respectful person that's kind. I don't have no nice. I'm not nice at all. I'm very respectful. That's very kind. But I'm not nice, because once you're nice, people feel like they can step on you, or they feel like you owe them something. When in reality, nobody owes anybody anything. If we all work together, you should always have relationships where you and the other person is helping each other wash one hand, wash the other. But get back to my point. Challenge yourself, man. Challenge yourself. You have to challenge yourself every day. If you're scared to talk to people, go outside and talk to people. If you scared to do some fly shit, like if you scared of what people saying they're gonna put out, like if one of your challenges is the fear of being seen, like you want to start doing YouTube, you want to start doing Instagram, you want to start doing things that you want to start putting yourself out there, but you fear like, oh, I don't want to be looked at in a certain way. I don't want to be. First of all, change that mindset. Stop caring how anybody else look at you, and look at yourself how you want to be looked at. How do you look at yourself? You get what I'm saying? And this all lead back to challenging yourself, because if you're not going, it's going to feel weird when you first start posting. But if you look at yourself like, I am a king, I am great, nobody and anything, nothing or nothing, nobody's going to stop me. And you start putting it out, at first you're going to feel a little weird. Because that's the thing with anything. When you first start doing something, it feels weird until you get comfortable doing it. Like when I started boxing, you have to stand a certain way. You can't stand, if I'm standing like this as a boxer with you, I'm too open. I have to stand, you have to stand bladed like this. Like I had to damn near give you my side to stand when I'm fighting you. And when you first start, that feels weird. That feels weird. When you first start mixing and mastering, it feels weird. When you first start video editing, it feels weird. It feels cringe. You feel like you don't know what you're doing. But no, I realize this secret, right? Nobody knows what they're doing. Nobody. Like there's nobody on earth that has a handbook. Nobody. But I can't tell you what the successful people do. They think positive. They think the positive. They think positive. They move positive, and they look at themselves in a certain light. They keep themselves in a certain light. They look at themselves as a king. They look at themselves and they see, when they look at themselves, they see millionaire. They see king. They see greatness. And that's how you got to look at yourself. So how you challenging yourself to get better every day? What's the challenge? Just start doing things that you know that you don't do on the regular. That's how you challenge yourself. I used to hate talking on the gram all the time. Now I'm on there every day, just posting new videos every day. I ain't like doing this. Go watch my first videos. I wasn't this confident in talking. Just talk to y'all. I wasn't as confident talking to y'all. You get what I'm saying? But now, as I've been doing it over and over and over and over, I've grown confidence. I've learned how to speak it better. I've learned where I fall short in my speeches, and I get better at it. I learned. Everything feel cringe at first, but try something new every single day. Like I picked up learning Spanish. I learned a little bit of Spanish and I stopped, but I'm back into learning Spanish because it felt cringe just trying to learn a new language, especially at this age. You're like, oh, but no, I'm gonna learn that Spanish. I'm gonna go back and learn the Spanish. I'm gonna go outside on random days and find 3 people to give a compliment to or to talk to. I'm gonna go outside on random days and I'm gonna do things that can involve me. If I want to go sit to a museum and just look at different art and shit and ask about art and learn, you know what I mean? Learn some new art. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do shit that challenge me every single day. And not because we want to it's proving something to yourself. That's basically what it is. It's proving something to yourself. You proving to yourself that I'm going to overcome all my fears. Any fears that I think I have or anything that I think that I can't do or it's too scary to do, I'm doing it. And that's why you should challenge yourself to do something every single day. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, let's get into the next point. You got to be real tunnel vision. You got to be tunnel vision. You got to be so tunnel vision that you ignore everything that don't align with your goal. I realized that I used to be this person where I used to let every single thing just get me upset, or everything. I'm just paying attention to every little thing. I'm every little minuscule thing. I'm trying to read it. I'm trying to read into it. And it's like, we only get to live this life one time. Why do you want to be focused on everything? We don't have the capacity to hold everything, right? And what I mean by that is hold everything mentally. It's times where you would forget something, and it's times where the answer will just come to you like this. But when you focus on something and you just straight focus, so your focus is to be the best GTA player ever, right? And that's your main focus. Nothing else can bother you. Somebody do something to your car. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna get it fixed. Have a solution-based attitude. That's what it is. Have a solution-based attitude for everything that does not have anything to do with your goals. If it's something that you cannot fix yourself or you cannot have the control to fix, you leave it alone. You leave it alone. I completely. If it's somebody else's attitude or somebody treating you a certain way, you just remove yourself. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna remove myself from being around this person because this person does not respect me as a person. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna remove myself. But I'm not gonna let you get me upset or change my attitude about how I feel, especially about me. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I've been like, just learning that you got to stay really tunnel vision. When I say tunnel vision, I'm not saying tunnel vision to the point where you just cut everybody out and you just, yeah, sometimes it take that. Sometimes it take for you to just cut everything and everybody out your life. But when you tunnel vision, you got to realize that you need people in this lifetime too to get where you need to go, right? So if you tunnel vision, but you still interacting with people, but you tunnel vision, you like, you know what? I'm going to have a lot of associates, because that's a lot of things. That's another thing too. We got to learn how to say, I got a lot of associates, people I can associate with. Associate me with means that I can have basic conversation. We can banter and talk about nothing. Sometimes if I just need to do that, or I got people that know me. I know a couple of people that we can converse about random nothingness. And then you can find people that's like, all right, I got to work with this person. Me and this person have to connect and work in some type of way. And you can still be on tunnel vision by still meeting and connecting with people. It's just how you treat your tunnel vision. Get your work done and talk to people. You don't have to be tunnel vision where you just ignoring everybody. Sometimes it take that. Sometimes it do. But that's not the tunnel vision. I mean, if it take that for you to get where you need to be, do it. But if you tunnel vision, you can still live life. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes people be so tunnel vision that they forget to live life and actually appreciate life. You get what I'm like? When you tunnel vision, what I feel like that mean is, to me, like, and I don't mean like the super duper locked in tunnel vision where you don't see nobody, you don't see nothing but that. Like, of course. But what I mean tunnel vision is like, you get up, you do what you got to do. You know, all right, your goal is to become the best musician. You get up, you do what you got to do. You still have fun throughout the day. But when you you make sure that you take out a chunk of time throughout your day to focus on just being a great musician. And in that time, you give it your 100%, no, 300%. And while you on that journey of getting to where you're going, you don't let things bother you. That's the tunnel vision. You don't let, like, all right, now you got somebody, like, let me put it into something that you will understand. Tunnel vision mean that you can detach from anything that's drawing you away from your goals. That's what it is. So if getting, like, and when you're getting upset or anything, and you seeing it, you look at it, I could detach from it. If you got a girl and she trying to pull you away from your goals, or if you're a girl and you got a man and he trying to pull you away from your goals, you can easily detach because you know that you're focused on something. You know what you get what I'm saying? It makes you detach easy because you know that I can't, if you shining too much shade in my tunnel vision, you gotta go. Attitude gotta go. Cause when you get angry, you stay in that nasty vibration. You don't want to stay in that nasty vibration. You want to, all right, that got me upset. What can I do about it? Can I do anything about it? No. Can I leave the situation alone? Yes. All right, cool. That's what I'm gonna do. And just get your mind back where you gotta get it back to. All right, I gotta be the best musician. I ain't worried about that, man. That shit can't, let it slide off you. Like let it be like mud on, like some, like on fucking anything slidable. Let it slide right off you. Like, shit don't stick on you. It slide off you. And that's how you want your shit to be, for real. That's the tunnel vision I'm talking about. Not the tunnel vision when you could, like I keep saying too, you could be in tunnel vision where you just 110% focused on one that thing, but I feel like that leads to a lot of burnout. And If you live your life, but you set aside hours during the day to make sure that you get what you got to get done, and you doing that 100%, because a lot of times when people is just doing like tunnel vision, burnout, they like probably for the first few hours, they like 2 hours, they going 100%. But then after that, they probably doing under 20, 30%, 20%. And that's because of burnout. Your brain all day, it needs to like be relieved of something to come back strong again. What I mean by that is like if you're working on a project, right? You're working on a project, right? And you work on a project and you've been doing it for like 3 hours, but your brain is like, it's like your brain is telling you to just chill. Like, now I need a rest. Go outside, go touch grass, go walk in the park, go work out, go do something else that brings you joy. And then get back to it. Go talk to people. Go have conversation. Go out. Go enjoy yourself. But when you come back and you doing your work, nothing can bother you from doing your work. And when you doing your work, you're doing it 100%. Because a lot of people do work at 60%, 50%, 70%. Do it at your best capability. And watch how you rise above everybody else. You get what I'm saying? So that's right there. Be tunnel vision and ignore everything that don't align with your goals. Basically, what I mean by that is, so I'm just saying it again, is anything that's trying to distract you from getting to where you need to be, you let it go. You detach from it. You spend at least 3 to 4 hours a day on your goals, but you still know how to bring enjoyment into your life because you don't want to burn out from being so tunnel vision. That's how I put it. That's how I apply it to my life. And that's how I'm giving it to you. You know what I mean? And the last one right here is life gonna beat you up. Life gonna beat you up until you want to quit. But you gotta show life that it's no quitting you. You gotta show life that it's no quit. I'm not quitting until I get what I want. What I see myself as, I am not quitting until I get that. Life gonna beat you up. Life gonna put you through so much shit that you're gonna think like, yo, is this like the purpose of living? You're gonna think like, what is the purpose of living? That's how bad it's gonna beat your ass up. But I started to realize this, and this is how my mindset changed on the whole situation, on the whole thing, right? My mindset changed, and I started looking at the bad things as good things when I started to realize that God put me in positions, especially me. He put me in positions to lose, but when I lose, I gain a higher capacity within myself. So then after I lose, after me gain that higher capacity in myself, higher capacity of trust in myself, I achieve bigger things. Let me break it down for you, right? Like, say for instance, if like every time, or if I'm going through something, right, and I got kicked out of my crib, right? It built me going through this situation, built up my character so much. It built up who I am so much. It built up the belief in me so much. It built up the knowing or learning of energy so much that instead of me looking at this like oh, this is a bad thing, it's a blessing, because I'm leaving soon. I used to feel like, oh, don't tell people your business, because if you tell people your business, no, don't tell people your business when you're getting started on it. But when it's done and finalized and inked in, they can't stop that. You get what I'm saying? Don't tell people, oh, if you're about to start a new business, don't tell people you're starting a new business. Once it's off the ground and you see it, you can tell people that. If you want to become a millionaire, you can tell people that I am going to be a millionaire. Don't tell people how you're going to get it, because sometimes you don't even know how you're going to get it. Don't say, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire because of this, that, and the third. No, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be a millionaire, though. But let me get back to the point, is that I would have thought that this would have been the ending point, but I realized that this was the turning point. It was like it's something new. And I'm realizing that every time God put something like adversity in my life. Every time God put adversity in my life, it was for a bigger help. You get what I'm saying? Like, or a bigger blessing, like, because he was trying to put a bigger blessing in my life. But I had to learn certain things. Like when I went through a gun charge, right? I caught a gun charge in 2020. I was wilding. I ain't gonna lie. I was taking my gun everywhere with me. I was a different person. I'm taking my gun everywhere with me. I'm in the party with my gun. If you say something like, not talk, because I didn't care about people talking too much. But if you did something that if I felt disrespected, just know I'm ready to up it on you. I'm ready to up it and clap you, like, or just bug out. And I caught a gun charge, and in the gun charge, it made me realize that I was bugging. I was going down the wrong path. In the sense of, I was carrying guns. I'm not focused on my dreams. I'm super hyper focused on just fucking mad different women, and I caught the gun charge, and it slowed me down. It slowed me all the way down. It slowed me down. So now that I'm slowing down, I started realizing certain shit. I started realizing, oh, the people I was hanging with ain't even my friend. They don't even really like me. You know what I mean? Like, they don't even really like me. It's just a fake thing. Like, where I came from, everybody, I realized that too. Now that I sat back and I think about it, but everybody, I'm not doing this to talk shit about nobody. I'm just doing this because it is what it is. 95% of the people where I come from went to jail, did long bids too. So 95% of them think on a jail terms, and thinking in jail terms is always thinking of how can I have the power over the next man, not knowing that you don't have power over nobody but your thoughts and your time, and in your time, the time that you choose to use. You know what I'm saying? So that's how the hood is. It's like a manipulation thing, And once I realized that, I said, oh, they don't really like each other over here. It was like they didn't really like each other. None of them like each other for real. It's just the manipulation of staying together, because if they break up, they don't know how to stand in their solidarity. And that's why I'm happy that I caught that gun charge, because at first I didn't know how to do that neither. I didn't know how to just stay in the crib all day and just be bored with myself. After I caught my gun charge, though, that's what happened. I started staying in the crib, focusing on me, started reading books, picking up books, started doing things. And I say all that to say this, that if I didn't catch that gun charge, I don't think I would be here right now. So every adversity brings with it a seed of equivalent growth. You know what I'm saying? Like, every time that I thought that it was something to take me out, because I thought I was going to do 3 years behind it. I was going to take that gun charge to trial. But I'll tell you the story multiple times. The person that told on me, it was a confidential informant, but they did not come to court, because they came to court, whatever the situation is. I would have found out, and that's what that was. But that's besides the point. The point is, every time that I feel like God, like life was like trying to crush me, God showed me like it's something else on the other side. If you just change your mindset and just think about it differently, it's something else on the other side. And now I'm thinking way more clearer. I'm thinking way more with like force, and understanding that whenever I fail, that don't mean that I failed. You get what I'm saying? Whenever I fail, that don't mean that I failed. Nah, that just mean I gotta fix it. I gotta find some shit. And whenever life is trying to crush you, it means that you gotta like, it's some things that you're doing that you have to change, or you have to like move around, or you have to get away from certain people, or you have to change certain attitudes. It's something that life is trying to show you. All right, I'm gonna crush you this way so you can change up and live this way. You know what I mean? Because if I didn't get that gun charge, I would have never started reading books. And if I would have never started reading books, I would have never read Think and Grow Rich. And Think and Grow Rich is the book that made me stop drinking. So for me, stop drinking, I had to relearn myself. Because when you've been drinking for so long, right? Drinking is one of the worst things you could ever do too. But when you've been drinking for so long and you've been acting out of yourself for so long, because remember, when When you in the wrong like vibration, you're not yourself. And I was doing so much shit to try to like prove myself to everybody else, to prove myself to the world, when in reality, all I needed was to accept me. And that's what the gun charge taught me, to accept me. What are you doing? Are you gonna sit out here and just live your life trying to be this gangster or prove your point? Or you gonna pick yourself up, take time out, and get yourself right, the right way. You get what I'm saying? And that's how life beat me up until I had to start thinking correctly. You know what I mean? And I didn't even get kicked out. Let me stop saying that. I didn't get kicked out. I didn't get kicked out, but I chose to leave and come to the shelter. And look, by now, and in the short future, I will have my own apartment. And after will have my own apartment, me not being near at where I used to live, thinking that this was going to be adversity, it only built my strength. It built my strength in me knowing who I am. It built my strength in me knowing that I will get through anything in this world. Anything in this world, even if it sounds like an ego death. That's exactly what I needed when I came here, an ego death, because it killed my ego. Your ego is like somebody telling you, "Oh, you're too good for this, you're too good for that." When you're not too good for anything in this world, you're not too good for anything in this world, and you're not better than nobody. You're not better than nobody. Nobody's better than nobody. It's just the actions that we take to lead us down different roads. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to, fuck it. If a crackhead, right, didn't smoke crack, or, all right, let me put it like this. If a crackhead didn't smoke crack and made a different decision for their life would be heading on a different trajectory. Or if a crackhead, like, what if a crackhead went through like one of the toughest times of her life, right? And it was like she had to go through the hospital and she didn't have no crack within like 2-3 months because she had to stay in the hospital, whatever. Or like, all right, she got hit by a car. Boom, like a crackhead. Let me say this right now. I'm going to give you like a scenario, right? Crackhead get hit by a car. Boom. She in the hospital for the next 2-3 months. She can't get no drugs, though. She ain't on no drugs for them 2-3 months. And then when she come home, they put her in a different area. So now she's not even looking at drugs. She can't even get the drugs that she wants. Her getting hit by that car was the greatest thing to her life. Because now her probably being off crack probably could help her in a different way. And that's what I mean by like life is full of adversity. It's how you look at that adversity. You get what I'm saying? Because she could look at it and be like, oh, I got hit by a car. It fucked me up. No. Or she could look at it and be like, I got hit by a car, but within them 3 months, I was getting back right. My body is healthy. I am strong. And I don't do crack no more. So basically, that car accident was the reason I got off crack. So you got to reshape how you think about things, man, because life going to attack you. Life going to beat your ass, boy. Life going to beat you up, beat you down, too, until you show life, like, I ain't giving up, nigga. I don't care how much rounds you think you got in you. I got just as much, probably more. I'm going to keep fighting, too, you heard? I'm going to keep fighting. That's what you got to do with life, for real. And I was just doing all that because I feel like when we on semen retention, we got to still do things to build ourselves up as men. You know what I'm saying? And doing the hard things make the hard things seem easy down the line. The harder things down the line seem way easier. You know what I'm saying? So do the hard things now. Knock them out now, man. Knock them out now, for real, son. Let's start doing the hard things from now. It's going. And I said, and one more thing too. It take time. It take time because I realized this, right? God can't. If the information that you're looking for, if you really genuinely looking for some information, the information that you're looking for, God, if you're looking to be more knowledgeable, more smart, more just a better person. God can't give you the big spoon and just put it in your throat. Pause. He can't just feed you everything. So it's going to take time because he going to slow feed you until you ready for the boom. Within like your enlightenment or you learning some shit. Cause for me, right? He slow fed me into changing my habits, right? Changing my habits first. I changed some of my habits. I stopped drinking. I started reading. I stopped doing certain things. I stopped scamming. I stopped doing certain things. Changed my habits first. And after I changed my habits, life was still life and there's things of that nature, but I'm changing who I am. Like slowly but surely, I was changing over the time. Just changing. Showed me discipline through going to the gym every day. I know I could be very disciplined because I went to the gym every single day. I know I can stop doing things because I'm on and off of weed. Even though sometimes weed be having me in a chokehold, let me be real. Like right now, it don't have me in a chokehold, but I'm so focused, and weed is the only thing that like sometimes not get my mind. I don't even want to say that because that sounds wrong. Like and that's like giving weed power over me. I don't want to give anything power over me. Sometimes I'm so energetic that weed brings me back down to the baseline. So now when I'm at the baseline, I could just be like, all right, let me get focused back on this. And then sometimes when I see myself just getting too overindulged in weed, I quit. Like if I see myself spending too much money on weed and things of that nature, I quit like this. Once I see weed affecting my personal life, I quit. If I'm smoking and I'm eating too sloppy, quit. And sometimes I'll quit and get myself. Sometimes like during the time I quit, I'll get myself together. And then I come back to it. Like it's like an on and off thing. But you got to remember this. Nobody's perfect. We are not perfect. Stop trying to be perfect. Do not look to be perfect. Everybody has a vice. But the thing is, do not let your vice slow you down or control you. And that's all I got to say, man. So that being said, today was day 6. Do all the hard things. Do all the hard things first. I'm telling you, do the hard things first. It might seem like it's not going nowhere. Your efforts is not getting you nothing. It's getting you places. Trust me. It's getting you there. It's just, you just don't see it. But as much as your bad or all the negative add up, is as much as the positive adds up too. So choose what end of the spectrum you want to be on, and just bust your work hard. If you want to be somebody in this lifetime, bust your ass, work hard, and think highly of yourself. Oh yeah, my fault. I'm so scattered. I was scatterbrained on the last topic, but basically, God will slow feed you. He fed me to make me realize that I can give up the things that I love the most. Like money, scamming, and things of that nature. He made me realize that I could be disciplined, and then he started slow feeding me to change my brain, like to change the thought processes, how I think. He started teaching me ways to change that. And it's not the easiest process. That's why it takes long. That's why sometimes when you see a man on a journey, it might take them 5 to 10 years. Because when God doing something, when God is making a man great, he's not going to leave no stone unturned. And that's what I'm learning. He going to make sure you good. Because when he bring you there, he want to bring you there with so much stability in him and yourself too, that he's 1,000% sure you. So when he give you the blessing, he like, I know he can steward this blessing because I've been building him up to steward it for how long now. And that's all, man. Put God first. Put God first. Put God first. It's your boy Daz. This my journal. I'm out of here. Peace.